Spices. Today I'm gonna talk about the Danish Gambit. It is the most aggressive opening for white. So without further ado, let's get started. e4, e5, d4. Here you sacrifice a pawn. E takes d4, c3. Again you have to offer 3 pawns back to back. So d takes c3, bishop c4. You are going to develop your bishop and putting a lot of pressure on f7 square, which is really a weak point of any player, white or black. So c takes b2, abstracting the gambit. So bishop takes b2, and after this move, the most players play this move like bishop b4 check, and after this check you have to play knight c3, and after knight c3 talk about the best defense for black is here, d6. And after this move, this is totally a blunder because queen b3 is completely winning. Now you can check it that you are pressurizing more on f7 square and it is hard for black to win. So let's talk about one of the line, bishop a5, saving that bishop. So bishop takes f7 check, and after this check king f8. So black will not be able to castle now further, and you can see pawn structure are really bad, and you have developed all your pieces and black pieces are really miserable. So after this move you play knight f3, knight d7, one of the best move for black. So you can get king side, knight c5, attacking the queen. So queen c4, queen e7, and after this move you have to play something like bishop takes g8 and rook takes g8, the only move, e5. And after this move black has to be very careful, because if he tries to capture d takes e5, then it's a total blunder. Knight g5 is completely winning. Now you can see we are going to give a check on s7 square, and in another move the rook is lost. So a good move for black is to play knight e6. So it's also a winning for white. You simply play knight takes h7 check, king e8, queen a4 check, and you can see that this bishop is lost. So something like c6, you simply capture the bishop, and this is a completely winning game for white. Talking about the second line of Danish Gambit, here many often you may find that your opponent are choosing like knight f3 instead of d6. So how would you proceed after this? So after this there is a simple tactical shot, that e5, and after this move the strongest move suggested by black is to push d pawn forward, but many of the cases he will definitely fall for it, like knight e4. He is pressurizing to capture on c3, but this is a total destruction. You can simply play bishop takes f7 with a check. And after king takes f7, queen f3 check, king e8, and queen takes e. And after this move, something like bishop takes c3, bishop takes c3, and one of the possible way like knight c6, knight s3. You should develop at s3 square, and most common response from black would be queen e7, knight f4. You are going to keep your knight there at the center. d6, one of the possible way, because he want to free the light square bishop. So this is total destruction again. You can play knight d5, attacking the queen. So queen have to move, queen f7, and after knight takes c7 with a check. And after this move, you can see that king is under attack, and now you are threatening to capture the rook. So it may be possible that black, you are completely winning from here. If black tries to capture queen takes c7, then you are winning on the spot. E takes d6 with a check, and queen is lost. So this was the game, and you can play with any of your opponent to give checkmate, because they are not very familiar with these lines. Accurate way to defend against Danish Gambit. So let's get started. d4, e takes d4, c3, d takes c3, bishop c4, c takes b2, and bishop takes b2, bishop b4 check, knight c3, knight f6. And this is one of the common defense for black. And after this move, I'll come over one of the line, queen b3. And after this move, you can simply play queen e7, removing both threats f7 and also protecting the bishop. So bishop b4 is already protected, so something like knight ge2, then knight c6, you develop your knight. And after he castles, if your opponent castles, then you can also castle. And at this point of time, position is almost equal and black is better here. So something like one way to proceed from here is knight d5, knight takes d5, bishop takes d5. And after this move, you should simply play bishop d6. You will know why this move is important, because if you try something like queen c3, threatening to give a checkmate directly, you can simply play bishop e5 and all threats are removed. So something like queen d2, you can simply go for the capture, and if he captures again, then this is a perfect game for black, and black should win from here. I'm going to tell you the second way to how to accurately defend Danish Gambit. So after knight f6, the most common response for white is to e5, and after this move you have to play d5, and e takes f6 is the most common response and the strongest move suggested, so you can capture with the queen takes f6. And after this move, many of the players, you are seeing bishop is attacked, so if he tries to capture on bishop takes d5, then this is completely a winning for black. And if he doesn't do this, he is losing his bishop. So you play bishop takes c3, check, and after it captures, you again capture with the check. And after this move, you cannot defend it by d2 because the rook would be hanging. So something like king f1 is simply castle, king side, and rook c1, queen a5 protecting the pawn also. And after this move, if it tries to develop the knight, you simply play c6, and this is completely winning for black. There's no need to develop all the pieces, it is already developed. You take out your knight and bishop is already open. You can pin this knight here on g4 square. So I do not think there's a lot more to tell you about this position. You can simply win this game.